And I kept going, and what did I find? Particle board. Hey guys, it's Karen and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to be refinishing a desk that my in-laws found on the side of the road. Nothing makes me happier than being able to refinish something that was absolutely free. As the project progressed, it did not end up like I originally thought, but I actually like the end result a whole lot better than I originally planned. So, buckle up, see how I finish this piece, and let me know what you think in the comments. Enjoy! So the first step on this project was for me to sand the top of the desk. The top of the desk seemed like it was wood, if you get where I'm going with this. And so I spent a considerable amount of time sanding the top, buffing the corners, and trying my very best to remove the top gloss layer of this wood. I really wanted to put a gray stain over the wood and, well, we'll just see how that goes. So I was sanding and sanding and sanding, and I noticed it was becoming really strangely uneven in spots around the corners. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if this is wood. This is wood. And I kept going, and what did I find? Particle board. At this point, I knew I was going past the point of no return, but I needed to see what was under here, essentially. I was really hoping it was going to be this beautiful wood color. It's turning more into this. There were some patchy spots in here. I noticed this a while ago while I was sanding, and I started to get concerned. I was like, I don't think this is wood. I'm willing to just stain it and give it a shot and see what it looks like. As a last-ditched effort, I'm going to use colored pencils, a thumbtack, and a knife to replicate some kind of similarity to this. Okay, I'm all done. I think, considering what it was, this looks much better. It obviously still looks like beat up wood, which is really funny because when I run my fingers across it, it is so remarkably smooth, but the look of it makes it look like it's like unsanded wood. But I do feel that maybe if I were to stain it, this gives me a better shot of it looking more consistent. I decided to touch up some of the other corners as well that had some issues from the veneer. We'll give it a go. I will put that tutorial I looked at in my description notes. It was pretty simple. I used a thumbtack and some colored pencils to kind of create this look. Obviously, it looks dinged up. I'm not committed to this particular color, so I'm just kind of curious about what it's gonna give me, even though this veneer still has a very red finish at the top of it. The wood tint that I was working with was Minwax semi-transparent wood finish, and it was a lot more semi-transparent than I thought it would be. Day 2, this is how it looks so far. I did some more research and I was definitely applying this incorrectly. I needed to apply a thick coat and I was applying very thin coats. So I'm going to attempt to kind of see what I can do at the top here before I give up on this idea. I frankly wouldn't mind if you can't even see the wood. It's a pretty opaque finish and I might just make it appear as paint. I might end up putting a ton of coats on it. I do kind of like the color, so I'm curious to see if I apply it correctly, what it's going to turn out like. So we're just going to give it a go. Here's where we're at, about 4 coats in. I haven't done the lip yet. It's turning out better than I thought. I definitely need to even out some places. I'm not done, as you can tell, especially when you look closer. It's like a little patchy here. It is not going to look like raw wood because it's not. It's a veneer, but it actually turned out better than I thought, and I'm glad I didn't give up on it. I think I'll probably end up keeping it. I'm gonna put maybe a couple more layers on. It probably won't end up looking like a stain. It'll probably look more like painted wood at the end, and I'm okay with that. I do feel like the color here is very misleading, not just because of the veneer, but I don't think in any way it looks gray. It's supposed to be a tinge of gray in here. It just looks like white to me. I am definitely curious to see what will happen after a few more coats. right, this is about 5 coats in, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It kind of is uneven, and I love it. I think it is really cute considering it's a veneer. I'm so relieved that this worked out. I think it's still gonna be really cute, and it still has that wood look I was looking for. Obviously not as much, but it'll be good.
Now that the top is done, it's time to work on the bottom half of the desk. Before I paint it, I need to fill any holes and screw new holes for my new handles for the bottom 2 drawers. To fill those holes, I'm going to use Minwax wood putty to fill the holes completely, sand them down, and then screw new holes where my new handles will go.
Okay, so for this piece, what I've done so far is I filled the holes with wood putty, and then with the help of my father-in-law, we drilled new holes for my new handles into the drawers. I also took the liberty of cleaning it up, and now we are gonna get started painting.
I'm painting the bottom half of the desk Annie Sloan Chateau Gray paint. It has a bit of a green tone to it, which is what I was looking for. I think it's a neutral enough gray-green that it will match pretty much anything I have in my new apartment coming up.
Day 2 of painting. I didn't get to finish the first coat because my son woke up from his nap. So next day I'm out here. This is most of it with the first coat, as you can see right down here. I still need to get this whole side, the side of this, and this side. I finished up the first coat on the back pieces, and I've already started to work on the second coat. As you can see, this is a second coat, this is a first coat, so we're already looking a lot better. I got the second coat right here. This is not done yet, and I'm excited to do it. Okay, so my paint is dry and I'm ready to start my wax. Today I'm going to be putting a full coat of Annie Sloan dark wax on the entire bottom base of the desk. I'm hoping it will create a little more contrast. I like this green gray that came out, but I do think it's a little light since the countertop is so white. I'm hoping that adding some dark wax will create a lot more contrast between the two colors and really make the tabletop pop. So I finished detailing the drawers. They're a little messy, but I was a little loose with it because I am going to cover the entire piece with a layer of dark wax. I just wanted to get those divots and these shadows emphasized. This is a clear wax layer. I kind of use the clear wax over here as an eraser as I'm working with the brown wax. Obviously it looks shiny now, but it will dry and it will be seamless. I'm gonna double check for any other detail moments, maybe in the back, and then I'm gonna take a big brush and I'm gonna start doing full layers of the dark wax. So I finished the dark wax layer and I really like how it turned out. It totally gave this desk a lot more dimension. Today I'm actually just finishing it up. This is all good to go. I'm gonna take some Annie Sloan clear wax and I'm going to buff it and massage it into the wood. Tomorrow I'll be able to finally put on my knobs, which I'm really excited about. Finished with the clear wax. Everything has a nice smooth texture to it. Now it's time to put on my new handles. So I have these ones for here, and then I've got the double wide ones for the drawers. And I'm very excited to see what they look like.
Here is the finished piece. I got all the handles and pulls on and now it's ready to go. I'm really excited about how this turned out. It doesn't actually look at all like I imagined it would, but I am absolutely obsessed with the finished result. I think that the handles really match the dark wax in the gray wood really well, and I actually like how white the top of it turned out. The poles fit perfectly and they're really smooth. I really think it gives it a chic and modern look to a piece that was made in 2004. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya!